Ciao. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Welcome to any of my new viewers. Nice to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about this new moon in the sign of Gemini and how we can best benefit or use this energy and how we can best navigate through this energy um, without it being so intense. So, I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we get in touch with the divine that is within thee. Me, you, everyone, right? We find our deeper connections. I talk a little bit about astrology as well, and the lunar cycles or phases, because this does actually affect us. Our astrological chart is like our map. That's the way I see it as a pirate. It's our map to our beings, right? To our physical beings while we're here in this third dimensional reality. So before I do the reading for the collective, I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology and the transits that are going on right now. And just a couple of key points. After I'm done with this video, I will also make a video, because somebody requested, of new moon rituals, right? I'll make a short and sweet video of simple rituals that we can do. I will do my best to put a link, but I am having a little bit of technological issues. So if not, make sure you follow me or subscribe. That way you can check out the next video, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about new moons and what new moons mean and what they bring, and how we can best benefit and navigate through this energy. So for starters, new moons bring new beginnings. It is normally a great time to start new things. Now, I might advise, like, it's a good time to start new things during new lunar cycles, but I might advise to actually wait until like the 4th or the 5th. Wait like 4 or 5 days. Because what's going to happen is Mercury is going to go direct. So Mercury is currently retrograding, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's something to be aware of when doing things. So, new moons, this is a great time for setting intentions. This is an amazing time for manifestations. What are amazing things to do during new moons, right? How can we work with this energy? So during new moons is a great time to start a new practice, right? Maybe you start, maybe you move from, I move from like 10 minutes a day meditation to like 15 to 20 minutes a day meditation, right? Minimum, starting my day like that, not just sometime in the day, beginning that, starting a new practice, a new routine, right? Of course, I'm writing down all of the things that I would like to do. Now is a great time to write. Words are spells, that's why it's called spelling. So it's a super potent time to be writing, creating new lists, the things that we want, our dreams, our desires, right? This is the best time. This is the most conducive time of a lunar phase, right? Because we've just hit the waning cycle, and now we're going into a full waxing cycle, right? So now in the moon, I'm not sure where you are, but where I live at about 7:30 p.m., I live in Bali, the moon will be full. The moon will be new, right? The moon will be in its full peak, I guess is the better way to say it, right? And so in its full peak of its newness, or like what we call out here black moon, is when the next cycle starts, the next phase starts. So new moons, yes, it's a great time to start new projects. Make sure you are attentive and know everything that's going on right now. Like I said, Mercury is in retrograde, but it's a great time to start new regiments, new rituals, new projects. It's a great time to call in things. It's a great time to really dream and write down these dreams, express these dreams, journal these dreams, and check back with them. Check with them every lunar phase, every lunar cycle. Now, since the new moon is in Gemini now, it will take a good 6 months before the full moon hits Gemini. So you will see a lot of things coming to fruition. It doesn't have to come to fruition in this direct, exact lunar phase. Now remember that. If it does, if it comes into fruition, this lunar phase, the next lunar phase, the next 1 to 3 lunar phases, that's fucking amazing, right? Then you're really good at manifestation and putting things out there. But sometimes things can take up to that 6 months. So if the new moon is now, that is when the moon is blocking the sun completely. That's why it's a black moon, right? Or a new moon. And when the full moon comes back around, it will probably, I'm guessing, be maybe November, maybe the like Sagittarius time or something, because it's opposite on the chart. Then we will have the full moon in Gemini, right? And so that is when it's a really amazing time. That's why it's great to journal. It's a really amazing time to come back to these things and really see all the things that we've manifested, all the intentions that we put out and how they've played out, and really see like what we are thinking, what we are feeling, right? At this time, and how it's playing out in this gap. So what else is amazing to do? New moon is a great time to maybe try a new workout routine, regimen, maybe new diet, exercise. It's a great time to take that first date, to try new things. It's a great time if somebody just randomly gives you an invite, right? Like let's say there's a social gathering or an invite. It's a great time for new moons. It's a great time to do that. Be open, right? And be open. Be like, oh, this is not something I would normally do. Be fully open to it. It is a great time because you never know what you're going to experience, who you're going to meet, what's going to happen. And that is the purpose or the intention of the new moon energy. So it's important. So if someone randomly hits you up and is like, hey, I want to hang out, or hey, let's go check out this thing, or great time for that. Also, it's a great time if you want to reset up something, right? You want to set up a new space where you're going to start to do your rituals, your meditations, your things like this. Great time for that. It's a great time now that we're going to begin as soon as the new lunar phase begins, right? As soon as we get into waxing phase, it is a great time if you would like to all of a sudden change something physically, health, or beauty-wise. So, for instance, what I did earlier today is I put in some new colors in my hair because we're in this stage. Either tonight or tomorrow, once we hit the new moon phase to be sure that it's waxing, I will actually trim a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. There is something to be said about doing this cut, blah, 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 during the new moon phase, right? Because it's supposed to bring more growth, more in all areas of your life, right? So it's a great time to start things new, or it's a great time to at least write down the things that you would like to start new and begin by the end of this week, get yourself prepared in order to begin these things and to do these things, right? What are some things you would like to change for yourself? And what are the steps that it's going to take in order to achieve that? Okay. So some other important transits that are going on right now. I believe it's Jupiter and Aries. I believe that Jupiter, Mars, and Aries just started like the 28th or the 29th. So Jupiter is known as the planet of expansion, right? Mars is like ready to do it. And Aries is also very pragmatic with getting things done. So it's a really great time. A lot of you guys may be feeling a nice energy to start something new, to do some different things. And it's a great time for this. Also, since we are having a new moon in Gemini, you will notice 11/11. You will notice some interesting synchronicities. You'll notice the want or desire to speak or to be more social with people. Even the most confined or secretive, introverted type people will be more sociable, will be more communicative at points. So let's talk about what the sign of Gemini is about so we can figure out exactly the best way we can use this new moon energy. So Gemini is the planet of communication. Gemini is a sign of, I'm sorry, Gemini is about communication. It is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. So it's very important to be clear and direct, right, about what we want. But with this Aries and Jupiter energy, to not be too abrasive about it, you know, to like think before we speak in such a manner, but be like, yeah, you know what I want? Is that, yeah. And then go for it. And this is super important. So it's really important to not be, especially during Mercury retrograde, it's really easy, especially with these planets, the Aries and Mars, and it's really easy during this time, during these past few weeks, to be able to get into arguments or fights with people. And this is something that we should avoid. It would be better for everybody if we can avoid this, right? So be thoughtful, be introspective, right? This is what Gemini is all about. They want to understand why. They want to question things. They want to be like, you know what? Why does the clock turn in a clockwise? What makes it to the right instead of to the left? Like, the reason for this, right? So now's a good time to like check some things out. And also, it's a good time because it's a new moon, because it's a retrograde. Things that you have been curious about before, people, situations, maybe practices, you know, meditation, yoga, whatever it is, to really go back and be like, you know what, give it a real good train of thought, you know, talk to somebody about it, do some research on it. It's a great time to communicate, not just with other people, but with yourself. Also, it's a really communal space, right? Geminis want to work with other people. They're very sociable people. So you will find the want to, like I said, do things together. It's a great time to do things together. It's a great time to come together. You know, whether it's for lunch, dinner, breakfast, you know, I sent out an invite to maybe like 5 or 6 people today for a new moon ritual tonight, because it's good to kind of just be spur of the moment. Now, if anybody comes, I'm not sure. You know, if it was me, of course, I would accept, because I know this energy is very important to act upon these last minute sporadic things during this time. So keep that in mind. You know, don't be so judgmental. New moon is a great time to get out of your space, your regular thought pattern, your regular way of responding to things, you know? So, yeah, starting new things, cutting your hair, doing all these. These are all great things. New moon rituals, manifestations, and, you know, really setting intentions. Make sure your intentions are clearly communicated. Make sure when you are setting your intentions and you're writing your manifestations, you are very specific, right? Like I always say, if you go to sit down in a diner and you go to order some food, if you don't like, let's say, I don't like mayonnaise, right? If you don't like mayonnaise, you're going to say, no mayonnaise on my sandwich or whatever. And they'll say, well, it doesn't come with it. You're like, okay, good, just none for sure. But if you're not specific, then you could get a sandwich covered in mayonnaise. And if you don't like that, it's going to be gross to try to navigate through that. So, as far as you're asking the universe, source, creator, in regular circumstances, it works the same, guys. So, let's see what deity can give us information for the collective. Horus. I think Horus came out last time. That's so crazy. Cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So what's interesting is before our words become actions, they are our thoughts. So I have a very strong feeling that it's really important, not just the things that we're trying, but also the things that we're doing, right? Because this is communication, this has everything to do with media, right? How much time we spend on social media, what we're inputting ourselves with, what we're watching, the TV, who we're listening to talk. Are we listening to lectures or podcasts? Or are we listening to gossip and drama, right? Like, what is it that we are feeding our souls, right? And how do we want to change these things, right? Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So, intuitively, this beautiful song, You've Got the Love. So, if we think of love and we project this love, then more of it will come out. Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So, again, make sure, what my guides are telling me is make sure your third eye, your heart, right? Your intuition is that which is communicating with your thoughts, not everything else that you're seeing or hearing around you. Great song. Messages for the collective regarding this new moon. Perception. Again, so I guess this is a very clear message coming through. Deception and wisdom. The owl. The owl sees at night. So the owl sees in the darkness, right? One more? Okay. The hawk, omens and messages. So be ultra aware, right? As far as communication, knowledge, understanding, everything is coming through right now for the collective. I don't know if you can see it any better. For the collective, this means a lot more people are going to continue to hear, to see, to feel, to understand the truth of things, the truth at hand, the truth of the matter. So be very aware. Truth is here. Messages for our collective regarding this new moon in Gemini. Messages for the collective. So my guides are telling me, so my guides are telling me as I'm shuffling these, you know, be here now, and then this is very interesting because it exists within us, right? We're creating everything as we understand it, right? To the sea, this is the energy of 7. We are manifesting. We know the direction. We know the correct direction. We know where we want to go. We know the things that we really would love, all of our desires, all of our manifestations in life. But are we actually being honest with ourselves? Are we writing it down? This is what you need to do on the new moon, you guys. In the practice of that, practice gratitude. Look at this, 22, master number. Practice gratitude. We are blessed. The universe is infinite. More flowers are falling. Remember to be here and now. The past is history. The future is a mystery. We're birthing in this moment now. And it's ever changing, right? This is the energy of 5. It's ever changing. So manifestation, it's okay to say all of the things that we desire because time is not linear. Time is fluid, just like our masculinity, femininity, right? It's not linear. It's not one or the other. It's not here or there. It's not past or future, present. It's all existent, all in the same time. Messages for the collective. Moon in Gemini. The 10 of water, the 10 of cups. Look at that. Look at that happy Buddha. All of the love, all of the wish fulfillment. You have got it within you. Clearly. 3 of Pentacles. Who are we choosing to work with? Who do we want to be working with, right? Who is going to bring us this? Who is going to help us create or bring in this happiness, this manifestations, right? And who are the people that are going to help us fly, help us soar in this, right? Who are going to assist us in the change that needs to occur in order to get there, not compete or defeat us, but assist us. Sun. Happiness and joy, full contentment. Wow, amazing. King of Earth. This is going to bring us stability. Grounding and stability. Okay. 7 of air. We need to be less defensive, more definitive. That's what they're telling me. You hear all these different people messaging. Nobody talked to me for days. Today everybody wants to talk. The 9 of air. We can rise above our own thoughts, right? Our happiness lies within our ability to rise above, to level up our thoughts, our train of thoughts, right? That which we think about and everything that we feed ourselves. Strength. There's strength. Everybody has, my guides are telling me, everybody has their inner beast or their inner turmoil, Be kind, be compassionate to those because we never know what somebody's going through. Um, but we have the ability to tame that beast inside. It doesn't mean ignore it or kill it. No, of course, we just want to be able to tame it. Sometimes. Messages for the collective. Thank you. Yeah, it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of work, a lot of magic, a lot of energy, a lot of passion for us to rise above, for us to get to this place, right? But guess what? We're on our way. We're going to new places. There. We're really headed to new places. We're headed to a new, the Six of Air is basically like, the ferryman that carries us to the new horizon, right? Carries us to the new land safely. It's like this safe passage to where we have to go. As long as we're following our passion. One more card, please. One more card, please. Thank you. Look at that. A unicorn. You have to believe and take action towards that which you believe, whether other people believe it or not. See, that's a unicorn. It's your job to follow your passion. It's your job to carry yourself. And if you really put it out there, and if you really ask for it, you can change your whole world. Look at that. Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful. But you have to have the strength to walk away from things when you need to walk away from them. And it doesn't matter on whatever level it is. Some of you guys may be going somewhere. There's a lot of air energy here. We are in an air sign of Gemini. Some of you guys may be going somewhere. Fucking safe journeys. But make sure you're doing it because that's what you want to do. Make sure you're doing it because that's what you're passionate about, because it's going to bring you passion, contentment, joy, fulfill you. It's super important. Remember that you're blessed. Remember what you're blessed with. Remember what you wish to be blessed with. And keep that out there. As always, you guys, I appreciate all your likes, comments, subscribes, and shares. If you found this helpful to any means, or you have a story about navigation, feel free to drop it in the line below or send me an email. I love receiving it, and other people love the clarification as well. I really would like to, I'm starting new. I would like to do a new informative video at least once every other week. I'm not going to get myself too much, but once every other week. I have it written on my list to do it weekly, but I'm going to get myself a little leeway here and say every other week. I want to post another video, not just every 2 weeks about the lunar phases, but also about other information. After this, like I said, I will be posting one about new moon rituals that anybody can do with basic things that we have at home that are super easy, not hard, and yeah, how to write manifestations and be clear about our intentions and call these things in. So yeah, let me know what you're going to start. Drop in the line below. Let everybody know. What would you like to start? New. What's something new that you want to do? What's something that you would like to revisit and start over new? Share it down below. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow.